On the horizon, the ANC says it is hard at work, rebuilding support and strengthening its structures. The party is also facing growing scrutiny over its leadership in municipalities, amid calls from some quarters for mayors to be elected directly by residents. At the same time, DA leader Jordan Hill-Lewis says the party is chasing the ANC and has them running. So how prepared is the ANC for the battles ahead, and what does it make of the DA's growing confidence? Let's discuss this and a whole lot more with ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula. Thanks very much for your time, Mr. Mbalula. We do appreciate it.
No, thank you very much, and thank you for having us.
Let's first start off, I know there's a lot to discuss, but I want to first start off with Sisisi Tolashe. There have been calls for her to leave the party. She was fired as the minister. You had some sort of briefing yesterday where discussions were had. Do you think as the ANC you are managing this properly?
We are not managing, we are acting. We have acted on that, and then the processes of the party have kicked in. There's no question of either or. The disciplinary process is in place. The Integrity Commission have ruled on that matter, and that she must step down from her positions in the party and the ANC. The NEC have endorsed that, and then the disciplinary process is the next step, which she's allowed as a member to ventilate her own mitigation.
Has she stepped down, though?
It is not a question of whether she stepped down or not. It's a question of what did we do about the matter. We have acted on it. If she steps down, it's her own decision and conscience guiding her, but the party is acting.
No, but you just said now that the Integrity Commission recommended that she steps down.
She recommended, and those recommendations have been communicated to her. And then the next step is the DC, which it is supposed to be the logical step in terms of processing those matters of the Integrity Commission.
What if she feels that she doesn't want to step down?
The Integrity Commission will argue those matters in the DC if she believes that she doesn't deserve to step down.
And when is this DC happening?
It has already started. We have written to the DC. The DC has been supplied, have been given the charges, and Sisisi has been notified, and all others who are affected.
Why did you act so fast when it came to Sisisi Tolashe? Because, sorry, can I just ask my question? You as the SG have previously indicated that the centre needs to hold. Action needs to be taken. And many would argue that in other cases, the ANC has taken long, but when it came to Sisisi Tolashe, you acted very fast.
Is it a question of acting or not acting? We are acting, and we are improving with time, and we are dealing with matters as they come. These matters are not easy. There is litigation process, there is law in South Africa that protect individuals, and therefore, as the matters come up, we realize that it is important to act swift and quickly on them. The most important question is that the ANC is hard at work and is acting decisively, guided by its renewal program.
From your answers, so there's an acknowledgement that previously you took too long to act?
We didn't take too long on any other matter. The fact of the matter is that at the end of the day, we acted. And then compare us to anyone in relation to matters of this nature. In terms of the renewal program, you should then be saying the ANC is indeed implementing its renewal program.
That's not my place to say that. But
yeah, it is not.
Yes,
but you do praise other political parties for the work that they do.
Me?
Not
individually?
you, media.
Oh, okay, so let's be clear.
But media is not shy to praise others. It's very shy to give kudos to the ANC.
Okay, let's speak about another matter. Senzo Mkunu. South Africans want to understand what's taking you so long in dealing with that. He previously made a comment that he's back with his responsibilities in the ANC, and there was confusion whether or not that was actually the case. Is he back when it comes to the responsibilities that he has in the ANC NEC?
He's not back. We have granted him his wish to step aside, even though the rule of step aside would not require him to do so. He voluntarily stepped aside, and therefore we have acted on that. We have granted him his wish to step aside. Senzo is not at ANC work. He's not doing ANC work up until the work of the Integrity Commission ends. He did at some point make a submission to want to come back. We advised against that. So he's still at home and looking at this commission to conclude it.
So as the ANC, you okay with him just sitting at home?
Look, we are dealing with matters of integrity. A person guided by his own conscience chose to step aside, to give this moment a chance. What else do you want from this comrade, this leader? That is what every citizen should applaud, because he has done the right thing. Matlanga Commission has not concluded its work. It has not said Senzo is on the wrong side. We can't act on prejudice about people. We must be guided by processes. But what a comrade, a cadre, a leader has done, it is applauded that voluntarily you take a decision to say, okay, I'm faced with this. I don't want my party to have a burden to explain itself about me. Let me stand for it. That's what Senzo has done.
Is he facing DC? Has he faced?
He's not facing DC. He has appeared before the Integrity Commission.
Yes.
The Integrity Commission will conclude on those matters.
They haven't concluded yet.
They have not concluded because they have not given me the report. They gave me the 5 reports. When they conclude, they will give me the report. They will present it to the NEC. We'll do as we do all the time.
You say 5 reports. What 5 reports?
The 5 reports that include CCC that we reported about the past week.
Yeah. And who else?
Mkwani, Zungu, Tolashe. Those are the reports that we received.
And what do those reports suggest for the others?
They've said, in terms of all of them, they've brought the party in disrepute.
And are you going to be taking action again?
We have reported Heidi. Where do you live?
I need to be sure.
Of course.
Mr. Mbalula,
yeah, but
give me right to ask
with
the
due
question.
yes, with due respect,
Yes.
we have responded. I'm very shocked that you are not aware of our report, because we did report to the nation that all 5, including CCC, will be taken to the DC, and they've been found to have brought the party in disrepute.
Okay, there's no harm in asking the question.
No, there's no harm, my
Yes,
sister.
so let's
Don't get me
not
wrong.
Make
I'm
comments
just
like, where do you live?
no,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Begitele, there's a recommendation that he should resign from the party.
Yes, also is part of that 5.
Do you think he should resign?
I don't think we should resign. The NEC has endorsed the recommendation. He's part of the 5 that have now been referred to the National Disciplinary Committee.
Do you believe he should resign?
I don't believe he should resign. It is a decision, a recommendation endorsed by the NEC as recommended by the Integrity Commission. So it stands. So he can argue his case in the DC that no, he doesn't deserve to resign. He did not bring the party into disrepute, but he's been found to have brought the party in disrepute.
Mm-hmm. Let's move over to the impeachment committee. It's expected to sit tomorrow, where a chairperson will be elected. You were sitting in studio while the leader of BOSA was saying that the ANC should not have be in the position to chair that specific committee, and you were not happy with that. Why?
No, I think Musi Maimane is formulating his own rules. If he's got ambitions to chair the committee, he must put that forward. Parties will look into it and then decide. But there is no rule that says ANC is precluded from chairing a committee. If it does put somebody forward, that somebody will be a member of parliament. As much as he comes from the ANC ranks, he will be a member of parliament. We are not going into the impeachment process to defend. We are going into the impeachment guided by the ruling of the Constitutional Court and follow all matters step by step up to the latter. If at the end the president has to appear before the impeachment committee, we have acted even in the ad hoc committee. we have acted without fear or favor against our own. Where does this thing that Mmusi Maimane talks about and formulate an unfounded principle? I mean, Maimane has got ambitions to chair the committee. It's all in his own right. He must come forward about it, and then I can tell you now, we will not support it.
Okay, on a matter of principle, morals, this impeachment committee is looking into President Cyril Ramaphosa. He's an ANC president. Do you still think it's fit and proper for it to be chaired by an ANC?
We have had an ad hoc committee chaired by an ANC person that looked into Senzo Mchunu. Tell me, what is your observation? Did the Soviet not act impartially?
You're doing the interview, not me.
No, I'm asking in reverse. Let's talk practical, because when we fudge things and basically talk about the abstract, we tend to look like as though we are reasonable and we are principled, and we are not. This is a democracy. Did ANC members in the ad hoc committee facing Mchunu act impartially? They did not. Everybody was watching. They are still watching on television. What will be different with President Ramaphosa as the president of the country if he has to appear at the end of the day? That report, the president is contesting it, justifiably so, in terms of the law. And therefore, it is under review. He has filed for review. And it is still to be answered whether you can run the process of review and parliament in tandem. And there is provision in terms of the law to interdict parliament.
So as the
president
ANC,
does not.
So as the ANC, you support the interdict by the president?
No, we don't support. The Constitutional Court says, Section 139, the president is within his right to take the matter on review.
No, but I'm asking you now, as
the ANC have outlined that it has accepted the president's desire, wish, decision to challenge the report in the review is absolutely within his right. And we have agreed to that.
Okay.
And like all citizens and law-abiding citizens who understand the law have agreed with that. Nobody have said no. The opportunistic elements are the ones who say that leave everything else and therefore accept you are guilty as charged. We cannot go back to the Nkandla matter, which is an experience to us as the ANC, where the president had his way of taking the report of the public protector on review. We did something which was unlawful, and the Constitutional Court ruled on that. So in this particular instance, tell me where have we done something that is wrong? The ANC supported the process. The ANC is part and parcel of the process. The processes are unfolding in Parliament. Let's wait for the processes. Let's argue within the realm of the law. And that is what is happening.
The ANC doesn't have a majority, so you can't determine the chair of the impeachment committee. If you had it your way, would you still want it to be an ANC chair? And are you in discussions with other political parties? I mean, you're saying you're not going to support Mmusi Maimane, so
there is nothing in terms of the law and the principle of natural justice that preclude the ANC from suggesting amongst its members anyone to chair the committee. Credible integrity is what is required. There is nothing. Mmusi Maimane is just formulating his own rules. I know he wants to chair the committee. He has made overtures to us. A man with one seat. We can also argue. We have given him more than what he can chew in that parliament. Appropriation committee. One seat. He did not even sign a statement of intent in the government of national unity. We gave him a seat just on the basis of an understanding. We are not enslaved to Mmusi Maimane. We are a principled party. We agreed to give him that seat because of the fact of the matter that it is in the public interest to do that. Who is he to tell us today that we can't chair a committee?
Okay, but
we can't. He can't.
Mr. Mbalula, I don't want to make this about Mr. Maimane. I'm just asking.
I'm making it about him because it's him who's challenging us from chairing a committee, including the so-called progressives. Listen here, Heidi, everybody has got interest. Don't want to blackmail the ANC. Those who want Ramaphosa to appear before the impeachment committee for him to be impeached, they want to overthrow the ANC.
Okay, but is it?
But we are not going to protect the president at all costs, and at the same time not allow him to account when the necessity arises for him to account. We have already committed to
Mr.
that.
Mbalula, but is it politically correct for the ANC to chair this impeachment committee?
There is nothing in principle, in word.
I'm not talking about principle. I'm talking about the fact.
And in law.
But let's leave law aside, Mr.
Let's
Mbalula.
leave law aside and everything aside.
Ethically, and I asked you this earlier, ethically, let's leave principle.
Ethically too.
Let's leave law aside.
Ethically too.
But how? How is it ethically okay?
What has happened in the past and of immediate in the ad hoc committee in that parliament of Madlanga that seeks to say the ANC have protected its own? It does not. We have acted impartially. We have acted with dignity and integrity. We have worked with all the MPs in that parliament. And at the same time, they are now about to deliver.
But the Constitutional Court has found that the ANC did not.
No, I'm saying ad hoc committee of Madlanga.
No, but now we're
as an
talking.
example.
You want to speak about the integrity and ethically.
You would have said, we have been here before. You said, as the media, the ANC can chair the ad hoc committee in Parliament. It is going to protect Senzo. Did we do that? We did.
I mean, there are lots of arguments about that.
We worked. No, there is experience. We worked with political parties impartially in terms of the law, the Constitution of the Republic. There is nothing that precludes the ANC.
Okay.
Who said the ANC is going to defend the president? And
look,
the ANC will not hold the president of the
Will you defend it in
Republic.
Gandla?
Sorry?
You defended in Gandla?
Of course, we admitted, and we were wrong. And we took
So what's different between Phalaphala and Nkandla?
We took responsibility. Since in Nkandla we have learned. And we said to our people, they gave us 57%. We veered off. We protected things that we're not supposed to protect. Okay. And at the same time, we ask you to give us a chance to mend. We are on the mend. We are on renewal.
Okay, let's speak about which
what
party
is it
and
to
if
date that we have done post the Constitutional Court judgment that have actually seek to suggest we are acting in a manner that is not desirable, both in ethics, in terms of the law and the principle.
Will you allow another party to chair the committee, and if so, which party?
It's not a question of allowing anyone to chair. It's a question of who do we represent in Parliament. We represent the people of South Africa with 40%. We've got a voice in that political...
But you represent the ANC.
The president was elected by all political parties, not by the ANC. He's not the president of the ANC only in a government of national unity and coalition.
Okay.
Is he the president of the ANC? He was not elected by the ANC. He was elected by GNU. We've got partners, and even those partners till today, we disagree. You saw George Hill. Gordon Hill.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Are you going to allow the DA to chair? Will you be okay with that?
Sorry?
Will you be okay with the DA to chair?
I have answered the question. It's not whether...
It's a straightward question.
No, we are the ANC.
Will you be okay as the ANC?
We will propose
Mr.
a candidate...
Please let me ask my question. Will you be okay with the DA to chair the impeachment committee?
I am saying, Heidi, the ANC is there holding its own fort of 40%.
Okay.
Why would you then defer to others? Unless if in the negotiations and in the process there is something untoward about it. But the ANC is not there to defer anything to anyone. It's negotiating and respecting other political parties.
So on the basis of negotiation...
We will work with political parties.
All political parties?
Yes, all political parties.
You just said Mmusi Maimane is a non-factor to you.
He is a non-factor indeed, because he's the one who's agitating against us. Why should I favor him?
Okay, a last question
He's
on Phala.
agitating.
Okay, there were reports that you were in conflict with your ANC chief whip in Parliament regarding the list. Is that true? There
was no such. I've clarified that. I even said that in the press conference. I'm the boss of the ANC. I don't get into conflict with subordinates.
So was
me and the chief whip. The chief whip is a subordinate to the boss, which is me, in real terms, plainly put to you. So I don't argue. I've got a very good chief whip, very proper human being, very clever, smart. He will never defy the ANC. We discussed with him. We sat down. There was never disagreement about anything. The ANC is a democratic organization. I consult on names. My officials, everybody else, we agree. I sit with the chief whip. I don't dictate to him. We agree. He's a very good comrade.
So you didn't fight with him about the
list?
list?
No, why should I fight?
You were happy with him?
I'm
so
very
the rumors about the rift are lies?
I'm very happy with him every day. If I'm not happy, I'll remove him.
Are you on the run?
Every time a political leader makes a statement like that in a democracy, I must respond. No, he's a leader of the DA. He's got all the right to say what he says. I have to work to prove that I'm not on the run. He is agitating, he's mobilizing people for DA to win power. I can't respond to that every time.
So you're not on the run?
No, he is agitating. He's a political leader.
No, I'm asking you.
I'm not on the run, I'm on the mend. Where I've committed mistakes, I am correcting them. And that is what he's saying.
The DA is taking credit.
Yeah. We are taking decisions. We are moving forward. We are on the mend equally to all other municipalities.
Why did it take you so long to act in Mfuleni?
It didn't take us so
Yes,
long.
It did, Mr. Mbalula, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Mfuleni has been in such distress for a very long time. It's been under administration. It's an ANC member that was leading that municipality. You did take long.
No, the municipality fell into the hands of a coalition. And the ANC is not outright
led by the ANC
governance.
Was a coalition
of course,
led by
just
the ANC?
like Joburg, Guruleni, and all of that, led by the ANC with others. It did not take long. The matter is that we did pronounce fixing local government and rolling out the action plan. These are the results of the action plan. It's not only there, everywhere else in the country. I gave a report the other time about our intervention since the roll call and the declaration of the action plan on fixing local government. You are going to see more of those such actions in other municipalities.
Is the ANC ever going to take responsibility for the mess in Mfuleni, for the mess in Ditsobotla, for the mess in Chris Hani municipality district?
We have always taken responsibility and accountability. And we have acted, including where we even put municipalities under administration at great risk to losing power. So part of the package of the actions we undertake to fix local government will, among others, include mobilizing government to put those administrations, those municipalities under administration, and so that we are able to fast track the question of the service delivery. It has worked. I can give you a catalogue list of such interventions. Some did not work. Some were a great disappointment to us. Yes, some of the deployees in local government, Heidi, have not done well for the ANC. They've misrepresented our values and our trust. They've compromised our trust among the people. And yes, in certain instances, we should have acted quite quicker. We did not, but now, since the action plan, we are acting.
So you just said now you should have acted quicker. Is there an acknowledgement that you should have acted quicker with Mfuleni? Because the DA is taking credit for this, saying that the pressure that they put on resulted you in firing him only now.
That is claiming is a victory. We are not persuaded by the DA. That decision has been taken on the basis of the overall evaluation of interventions we are making there. It is not the DA. Gideon Hill can make that claim. He's a political leader and everything else, but will prove to everyone else that we are acting guided by our own actions and our own desire and our own intentional, decisive actions to act where we find a lack of service delivery.
So decisions on a national level made by national government affect people on the ground? And I ask this in the context of the fact that it's the citizens that suffer. It's the people that vote or used to vote for the ANC that suffer in a number of municipalities. Is there an acknowledgement, though, that you might not be listening to the people on the ground? Because if you look at your Freedom Charter, Mr. Mbalula, the people shall govern, and that's not happening.
You can say that, but at the end of the day, we are acting in the best interest of the people.
How?
And therefore, like the action of Mfuleni and many other actions that we have taken everywhere else in the country. I mean, look at things that we have done. You think the ANC win by elections because of Holy Spirit only. We win because the people agree with the actions that we're taking. And therefore, that is why it is important to observe that. So where there's been lack of action, that is where we actually see people reacting differently.
Your deployees in the city of Joburg, they have put forward an unfunded budget. Do you support and agree with what they've done there? I'm specifically speaking about Data Morero and Loyiso Masuku.
We will get the report tomorrow about Johannesburg, and we will also discuss local government in relation to that, and we will react fully informed, not from what has been reported that it is an unfunded budget and all of that. So in this particular instance, this week, we will be able to react to that.
But do you support the work that the ANC is doing in the city of Johannesburg? There were previous indications by Finance Minister, by Cocter Minister, that Joburg should be placed under administration. Again, ANC, Mayor and Deputy Mayor.
There has been an engagement between National Treasury and the city of Johannesburg, and they have found each other from the reports that we received. And in this particular instance, matters have actually been settled amicably between the city and the National Treasury, and the famous letter from the minister that was circulated. All those matters have been attended to, and we are happy with the report that we got, that the city and the Treasury have actually found each other.
Once you have your meetings and your reports are given to you, will action be taken if you don't agree or support what?
We would have taken action long time ago.
So that means you support Data Morero's work in the city of Johannesburg?
Data Morero is doing a great job in Johannesburg.
How?
Under difficult circumstances, working with other coalition partners. The city of Johannesburg found itself over time big challenges of financial situation, and therefore they had to deal with that. This city, for the longest of time, was not governed by the ANC, was governed by the coalition, among others by the DA and their partners. And they can also account for a chunk of mismanagement in this city over a period of time. And just like Pretoria and everywhere else where they have actually been in charge. Now, the ANC coming into the city, having governed this city for the longest of time, safe, with a surplus, came back and found this city almost bankrupt.
So you had a chance to run Joburg alone.
We were perfect. We did.
No, Mr. Mbalula, let's not be delusional. Please, let's be respectful, because the city is full of potholes. As we speak, can I just finish, please?
Okay.
People in this city don't have water as we speak. I don't even want to get into the topic of streetlights. And you can't exclude yourself as the ANC in this particular matter. The mayor is an ANC mayor. The deputy mayor is an ANC mayor. How do you say he's doing a good job?
What about the other executives?
No, I'm talking about the mayor. We're speaking about the mayor here.
Okay, let me, I've given
He is the head of it all.
I've given you a chance. Can you give me a chance?
Yes, go ahead.
This city was governed by Amos Masondo for the longest of time. Perfect. This city was governed by Pakstow for the longest of time. Perfect. This city was governed by the DA coalition and the EFF. Disaster. This city was governed by the DA under Herman Mashaba, disaster. This city was governed by the DA under the doctor. Doctor, who's the doctor? The lady.
Mpho.
Mpho.
Yeah.
Disaster.
Okay.
The ANC has always been fighting back the years of corruption that were reported in this city. It is when it fell in the hands of the coalition. Now, we are on the mend to correct the things that has happened once the city had fallen into coalition hands.
So
that is what, now I am not saying the ANC is striving to correct. That's what I'm saying to you.
Okay.
The wrongs that have actually happened in the city of Johannesburg, and we'll get it right.
So you speak about these mayors where the ANC was governing and running the city of Johannesburg by itself. But that's not the case anymore. And doesn't that speak to the fact that people did not feel the way you are saying, perfectly run? Because if that was the case, the ANC would still be in full power.
It felt the power of the ANC under Masondo. The city was well run.
But then why is this? Why don't you still have full power in the city?
We had to pick it up. We had many other things, potholes closed and all of that. Changing of power, my sister, like it or not, has got an effect. And that effect is a side effect that is detrimental in the proper governance of the city.
So,
I would prefer that a city must be governed by one party, and therefore it prove itself. It has worked in Johannesburg. It has worked in Pretoria up until we fell into the coalitions.
So would you say
how many? Let me explain this. When you have had city managers in Johannesburg, how many have been changed?
Many.
And therefore, how do you expect the governance to hold?
Okay. Let me ask you this, Mr. Mbalula.
The administration
as citizens,
of Johannesburg.
As citizens watching this, so as citizens of the city of Johannesburg, are you saying that they're delusional?
They are not
for raising concerns like potholes, street lights, and losing confidence in the ANC. It's currently an ANC mayor.
I am a citizen of Johannesburg. I am saying that the deterioration of governance, which we are recouping now and fighting back, started when this city was in the hands of a coalition. When we had more than 4 city managers and others acting in between. Stability and stable governance happened under the ANC when it was governing alone. And we had fantastic executive mayors, we had fantastic city managers who brought stability in the city. And that is the truth.
So is it an acknowledgement, though, that voters have lost confidence in you? That's why you don't lead a majority in the city?
People did not lose confidence in us. They stayed away. They did not vote either for the opposition. We won this city, but not with outright majority. Are you aware? We won Johannesburg.
But the question is, why did they stay away?
And therefore, it fall into the hands of the
Mr. Mbalula, it goes back to the question of why did they stay away, which means that they didn't believe that you were doing a good enough job. And I keep reiterating this point because it's about the fact that you keep saying when you ran the city on your own, you did a good job, but you lost the city.
That is empirical evidence, Heidi. You may not like it, but that is the truth. You live in Johannesburg, and you know what I'm telling you is the truth. And I cannot fudge it.
Why did voters stay away?
I am giving you a practical example.
Okay.
I say, in a city where city managers and governance fell into the hands of the coalition, you are duty bound to see what you see now. There was a struggle who becomes the city manager in Johannesburg. At some point, corruption was reported here. A lot of money was embezzled in the hands of a coalition in Johannesburg. And citizens did not actually come to the party in terms of the social compact. They were not paying for the services and all of that. At some point, do you know that Soweto was having a liability of almost 20 billion, and the ANC reduced it around electricity, reduced it to close to 6 billion, and that there is still an issue between the city and the citizens of Soweto in terms of liability.
Okay. Mr. Mbalula?
The DA that ran this city declared that we are not ANC, you are going to pay for this particular liability as the citizens of Soweto.
Mr. Mbalula, I want to go back to a point you made. Why did voters stay away?
The voters stayed away, and we have explained that, among others, because they were affected by the ANC's posture, among others, the question of the state capture, and all of those particular things affected the morale of the voter, corruption, and all of those particular
So do you take responsibility for losing the
We
city?
did. That is why we admitted that in our manifesto. We did. We addressed that issue in our manifesto, that we veered away, and therefore we are asking for our people to give us another chance. That's what we did. And like I'm saying to you, the theme that cut across is that we're on the mend. We're correcting, unfortunately, with a reduced majority.
I need to go to the issue of why the ANC has opened up male candidates to non-party members. Does that mean you don't believe in your own people?
We have not opened membership to non-party members. We have opened membership to everyone, including those who might pledge their allegiance to the ANC platform, but seek to contribute by way of becoming mayors. So you can't be in our platform if you don't believe in the ideals of the ANC. You've got supporters, you've got members, you've got cadres. We have called on all our members, supporters, to also contribute like we do. Maybe you are not aware. ANC councillors, it has been now over 10 years to 15 years, are not appointed only by ANC branches. We have what we call in our system community participation. And that's what we have done. You are not aware. You think now, because we have talked about inviting, by the way, up until now, we've got more than 1,000 people who have raised their hand to want to become mayors in the city.
Non-party members.
Non-party members,
But again,
supporters.
I'm going back to the question.
No,
Does that mean you don't believe in your current composition?
We believe, I'm saying to you, be aware again, that the ANC have had councillors for the past 15 years who were selected by communities who were not members, card-carrying members of the ANC, but we have accepted them to become councillors because the community believes in them.
Mr. Mbalula, you're
so
not
this is
answering my
not
question.
an anomaly.
Does this mean that the current composition, we're heading up to local government elections, do you believe that the current composition that you have cannot help you in the next local government?
It will help us. We'll look at.
So you believe in them?
We believe in everybody, and at the same time, we believe that we must go an extra mile to get expertise. These are huge budgets. You have just talked about the challenges of Johannesburg. Who becomes the mayor of Johannesburg? Who becomes the mayor of Ekurhuleni and all of that? It means we must look at the pool of people, including headhunting, if necessary, at the end of the day. So we are having a centralized
So would you be okay with somebody from another political party that kind of supports?
Obviously not. Why would they not go to their political party?
No, maybe they want to run with you guys.
No, we will not go for people who come from other political parties.
So it's not open for anyone in another political party. But let's say, for example, an ordinary citizen is looking at this
It's
and
a
saying...
non-starter, Heidi.
No,
It's a
Mr.
non-starter.
Mbalula, let me just ask the question. If you have an ordinary citizen watching this, an activist that's not in the ANC, that wants to be a mayor...
They are already there. They are already
Mr.
raised
Mbalula,
their hands.
you need to just hear my question finish so that you can answer it correctly. So
you are making me a bad person.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you, if an activist or an ordinary citizen wants to come and say, I want to be a male candidate for the ANC. I'm not a member, though. I'm not a card-carrying member. Can they do that? Is it open for them?
You are not a member of the ANC. You want to become a member. You want to become a mayor. You want to contribute to South Africa. The ANC will consider you.
Okay.
Yeah. but you are a member of another political party, you want to become a member of, why don't you contest in your party platform? So that is why I'm saying to you, it's a non-starter question. There is nobody who's a member of the EFF or MK party who will want to become a mayor of the ANC. They will want to contest in their own platform. Citizens like yourself and myself who are not members of the ANC, probably yourself, you want to become mayor. You like ANC policies. You will bring changes in this city. You raise your hand, you will be considered.
Okay. Last question. I'm in very big trouble because I've gone over, but the IEC has asked you to make representations as to why you submitted your the declarations for what's been sponsored to the party late. Why were you late?
Well, I will have to understand from the TG. So we meet tomorrow. I will get the report. I saw it here that we submitted late. We shouldn't. We've got a very well-oiled machinery, and we have never failed to submit. It is us and the DA who have been submitting to the IEC consistently. Do people still want to sponsor and support the ANC? Well, have you seen a drop in that? Yes, people do support the ANC, and we appreciate that. And of course, we do have challenges in terms of the amount of money that they can support, but they do. We live on donations. We live on support of goodwill. And that's why we are not a rich party, but we are massive on the ground. We live on the levies of our members, councillors, MPs, ministers. They contribute to the ANC. That is why sometimes you see us failing to even pay our bills in terms of salaries and so on, because we are not the rich party. I will understand from the TG about that. There should be something there. I don't know what will it be, but we have been very consistent with the DA. In particular, the two of us, we have been very consistent in declaring to the IEC. Others don't, but they are rich. You can see them. Okay, thanks very much, Mr. Mbalula. Thank you very much. We appreciate your time. No love lost. No. Thank you. We appreciate it. That was the ANC.